And here you have this one, this one. Now what you can do with that, of course, is you still have the three-way selector, so you can get a Strat-like sound, or if you just lower the thing, a Les Paul-like sound. So it's all pretty cool. Anyway, so now moving on to the part that's my favorite on this guitar. That's basically the neck. But before I move on any further, I'd like to show you the little Joe Satriani inlay here. This is on the 21st fret. And you can also tell that it has 22 frets total, not 24. If you're a fan of 24 frets, well, I don't know, you can always just try doing the harmonic right here. It always works for me. Anyway, so there it says Joe Satriani right on there, so you can actually show off to your friends pretty well. And there you have the little neck. You can see the grains in there in the rosewood. It's pretty good. It's a very fast neck. Right, now one sec. Now there's the neck from the side view. There's one thing that you must notice straight away, is that it is extremely thin radius, as you can probably see when you compare it to my hand right there. And also the action is brilliant. It's extremely low, right there for you. All you have to do is touch the string and it works. Here you can see all I have to do is just slightly touch it and it works. It's very thin and very low action, which is brilliant. And that's why you notice Satriani playing all those things where he just kind of touches all the strings and it just works. That's partly because of the guitar. Right. And just to show you kind of the significance of the action, you can actually see the headstock. If you've ever seen an Ibanez, it's pretty thin as well, as you can see from the side view. Sorry. Now, if you notice the thickness of the headstock, and as we go slowly towards the actual neck, you'll notice that it's approximately the same thickness if you include the rosewood. So basically this is as thin as the headstock right there. So I mean, that's got to be something, right? Anyway, so now turning it back this way, we go up the frets all the way, and of course you have the lock itself. Now when I first got the guitar, I thought this wasn't going to be any good, but actually I haven't retuned this in 6 months, so I think it works pretty well. Anyway, and you have the little thing which Ibanez does. It helps the strings kind of go underneath and not impose so much pressure on that. And of course there's the brilliant looking headstock itself, which says Ibanez. It's black because, well, I think all JS-100s have it black. And over there, of course, it says the JS series, which is again cool if you ask me. And all the hardware on this guitar is chrome, basically. Right. Now, to show you the other side of the headstock, you have there the tuners. They're pretty nice. There you have the serial number. By the way, this is important because, like I said earlier, there are fakes available. So do make sure what you're getting is an original, and most likely if you're getting it for a low price, especially on sites that are like auction sites like eBay and things like that, don't buy it. Just buy a new one, or buy it from someone who you know has an original. Anyway, so there's that. And then here's the back of the whole guitar, if you like. There's the headstock. As we go down, you get the little screws. There's the neck, and there you get the little Ibanez bolt-on place. There's the back of the body, and you can see this kind of swirly as well, even on the back. And here, now we will show you some more features, basically. So I'll have to turn my guitar over. Right, so here you have the little adjustment box, I like to call it. This is, of course, has to do with the actual bridge. And since I think I mentioned already, but there's lots of adjustments that you can do on this guitar. But on this thing, it's really well designed, because even though it's closed, you can actually see the strings right there where you've placed them from the other side. So you see if there's any problem, any doubling of strings, you know, any saddle in the same saddle or whatever. Then you have the two springs, which you might just be able to see right there, and they're attached to this base plate right here. And all you have to do is take your screwdriver, and you see that screw in there and this screw in there, without having to open this thing at all. Just put it in from the side, from there, and you can just change the actual tension of the springs. to adjust the bridge itself. And you have to get it just about parallel to the body, just like that. And I think that's just about perfect. Right. So there's all that, and of course if you need any further adjustments or anything, you could always just open it. It's very simple. And here you have the little box where it's basically the electronics for the switches and the knobs and everything. And well, it's inspected by some guy called H.K. Lee, whatever. Anyway, and you can always open this, and it's a good place to have again. You don't have to open the whole guitar up. And yeah, and I know this is just a minor thing, but everyone seems to talk about them, so I'll say that. These are, of course, the strap pins, and well, they seem pretty strong, and they didn't fall, so anyway, that's all for that. Right. Right, well, now for some actual playing, I guess. I would like to say one thing, though, that I forgot to mention previously, is that the pickups are actually stock Ibanez pickups. They're Ibanez Axis pickups. Axis AH1, AH2. Anyway, and the bridge is the Edge Pro 2. Now, I bought this in 2006, so it still has the Edge Pro 2, but I heard that the 2007 models have the Edge 3. Now, personally, I haven't ever used an Edge 3, but from what I've heard from people and from what I've read, it seems to be just about the same as the Edge Pro 2, so I think that shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, now I'll actually show you some, well, the actual sound of the guitar. I would like to mention, though, that I have a Roland Cube 30X, so it's nothing special at all. So anything that sounds pretty bad, just forget about it. It's because of the amp. Right, okay. Well, we're starting, I'm going to keep the tone clean, okay, so you don't have any problems with the distortion factor or anything like that. Basically, we're starting on the neck humbucker, and it's still a humbucker. I haven't switched the coil tap on, so it's still acting as a double humbucker. And it's the neck one, so basically you get something like this, you know, it's a pretty good sound. Anyway, right, so that's basically the sound. It's nice, it's not bad. It seems very warm. Right. So now let's switch to both of them so that the switch would be in the middle position and it's still a humbucker. You get slightly warmer. Now you might not have been able to hear too much of a difference there, so I like to do it this way. I'll start with the switch on the neck humbucker and I'll switch while it's playing, so it'll be like this. So again. Or like this if you like. So you can tell the difference. That's basically a difference. So you get sort of a, it's hard to explain. Well, I think you can tell by the sound. And this is now the neck bridge, sorry, both humbuckers.